is Megan Christ, and I have had Lyme disease since fall of 2007. I got bit by a tick while I was in basic training, but I didn't notice it until approximately 5 years later after I had my son Hayden, and I was sitting in the hospital waiting to get a pacemaker at 26 years old. I couldn't imagine that would be something that would be due to a tick bite or anything like that, but long story short, I started getting treatment, regular IV antibiotics, and the doctors really didn't believe me. I got 4 weeks of IV antibiotics, ceftriaxone, and that wasn't good enough. So I took matters in my own hand and I went to DC to see another doctor that was very far away. I'm from Illinois, and so I was treated with him for a year with really high doses of IV antibiotics and oral antibiotics. I was taking up to 90 pills a day with supplements and everything else. I was very sick. In the beginning I was getting chest pains. I was numb in my hands and my feet. My arms would go numb. At times I couldn't walk. I got really bad migraines. I had just random pains everywhere. Sometimes I had difficulty seeing. My temperature was never regulated. I would get really cold to the point that I would actually have seizures. Sometimes I couldn't talk, I couldn't think, I couldn't focus, and that was one of the hardest things for me, the whole focusing and being able to multitask and that kind of thing, because I was a student in school, and actually in the summer of 2012, after I had my son, I was actually going to apply to medical school, and during that last semester before I graduated with my undergraduate, I was like, what in the world is going on? I couldn't focus, I couldn't think, and whatnot, and so that was really difficult for me, just to accept that, because I was just so bound and determined, and I wasn't able to run. I was very tired. I couldn't breathe. I had a lot of air hunger. I had issues with just pain in my joints. I was just so fatigued and my muscles were so exhausted that some days it was really difficult to get off the couch. I couldn't move. And anyway, I was on the IV antibiotics for a really long time. I got off of them in November of just this last year of 2013, and I thought that I was good. I thought I was going to be a lot better. I was going to be on orals and I wasn't going to have to be attached to a pole. Excited. However, within a month after being off of the IV antibiotics, I got really sick. I wound up in the ICU. I was septic. I wound up having kidney stones. I had pneumonia. And it was pretty ridiculous, because that was the first time since my baby had been born that I couldn't see him for 4 days, and this was all due to the Lyme disease as well. This was not obviously the only hospital stay that I had, but that was one of the bad ones, and at that point, December and January, I was literally on the couch. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. I was trying to do the lactated ringers to detox. I would get these bad seizures, as many Lymies know about. And I kind of dove back into some of my research about hyperbaric oxygen therapy. And in the previous spring, I had been looking at it, and I wanted to do it then, but I wanted to finish one treatment first. But at that time, the IV antibiotics it's not that they had completely failed, but I was just kind of regressing, and I needed something different, and I needed to think more outside of the box and not so conventional. And so in the midst of my research, I found Dr. Spiegel's office, and I really researched into him because there's a lot of weird people that are doing the same types of treatment, and he seemed legitimate. He was a neurologist. He really knew what he was talking about. I did a lot of research with the depth that you needed to go to actually kill the spirochetes. This office did that. They put you in 100% oxygen. They put you in for a good amount of time, whereas some offices, they only put you in for like 90% oxygen, whereas here you're 100% oxygen. They put you down to the depth that you need to be to kill Lyme disease at 2.4 atmospheres. I called and kind of got some more information. I actually talked to Dr. Spiegel himself about it, and I felt really good about it. At that point, I knew I just needed to kind of get the financial part in order, and I was down here. And I have been down here for 6 weeks now. Before coming down here, I wasn't driving. I couldn't even do my dishes. It literally would take me 5 shifts to do my dishes, like, because I just could not stand because I was so dizzy and I was so exhausted. Since I've been down here, I'm sorry, I've been able to run, I've been able to hold my baby, I've been able to dance with him. I'm sorry, I'm really not trying to cry. Even if this is only temporary or whatever, I've gotten 6 weeks back of my life I'm never going to get back. I've been able to enjoy my life because before all of this I really enjoyed running, and I haven't been able to run like this or exercise like this in a lot of years. And just the pain has subsided, a lot of the brain fog has went away. My energy is there. I can do my dishes. I can take a shower without feeling like I'm gonna faint. I'm not getting the terrible migraines. The temperature waivers in my body is going away. The seizures that I had in the very beginning were not even near as extreme. And when I herxed one time when I was on the antibiotics still from my other doctor. It only lasted for a day. I was just very tired that day. I didn't have the seizure. I didn't have all of the other weird pains, all the nausea. I didn't have any of that. And I don't know, is it coincidence? I don't know, but I think that whatever the oxygen is doing, I think it's pretty incredible, and it's given me back a lot that I never thought I would get back in such a short amount of time. So if you have any questions, of course, Dr. Spiegel's office knows how to get a hold of me, and I'm more than willing to share more of my story or whatever with anybody and everybody, but that's it.